2, 1.
First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. We do appreciate it. We are live streaming here every weekday starting around 1 p.m. Pacific, and we go throughout the afternoon covering a wide range of topics. Today, we are talking about not football, not soccer, futsal. And we're going to talk about exactly what that is in case you don't know, but there may be a lot of you out there who are already big fans. And Rose City Futsal is right here in Portland in the area, and they have a new co-owner, and that's Diego Valeri. You probably know who Diego Valeri is. I mean, Timbers superstar, Timbers legend, former MLS MVP, and so much more. Diego is joining us along with his other co-owner, Carly Brownstein, two of the co-owners there of Rose City Futsal. And Diego and Carly, thank you very much to both of you for joining us here today. Really excited to talk about this and learn more about it. And I think to that extent, as far as the education side, for anyone who doesn't know, can you walk us through what is futsal?
Yeah, so futsal is a form of street soccer that originated in Uruguay. It's a fairly new sport to the States, but they've been playing it forever all around the world, which is why Diego has been such a great addition to the team. Futsal is small-sided, 5v5, generally played indoors with a smaller weighted ball, and everything is played on the fly, from substitutions to having the goalkeeper replay the ball by hand from the end line. There's a big touch on finesse, small-sided game of similar to soccer.
Yeah, taking a look at it right there, just getting an idea. Well, also some beers to go with it as well. But, clearly this, as you mentioned, big internationally. I've certainly seen it on television before. I believe it was just in the Olympics as well, or something associated with that. But yeah, it's futsal is certainly exciting, and seeing it come here to the States, that's got to be, interesting to see how it's becoming popular here now. What is it about futsal, do you think, that draws people into it, that makes it so exciting for people to want to play it?
I personally think that it's, all of the things that people feel like they're missing with traditional outdoor soccer, you can find in futsal. So it's fast-paced, it's the quick decision-making, a lot of action, typically higher scoring. Instead of playing off the walls, everything is played within the court. So there's that real emphasis on finesse. You see a lot of footwork and a lot of speed.
Yeah, and I was kind of getting that just from it, just taking a look at that, because it does seem very exciting, a lot going on there. And now to the extent of Rose City Futsal, can you tell us about how that was formed and just the organization in general?
Sure. So Rose City Futsal East is our original building that's in Northeast Portland, and that came about in 2013. We originally had 8 owners who just had this burning desire and passion to bring futsal to the Rose City. So that's how it started. We had originally 8 owners. During COVID, we brought that back down to 3, but we also took our sport and our brand over the river. We have a second location that opened in 2017 in Tigard, so we're able to serve a wider, broader audience, which is very exciting, because really at the heart of it, our goal is to spread the game of futsal.
And so when you talk about the 2 different locations, can you tell us about what that means as far as what's included with each one of those locations?
Sure. So our original building here in Northeast Portland hosts 3 courts, has a public house, has great bird's eye seating on the mezzanine. So really wherever you are as a spectator, you can have a great vantage point. And our RCF West location, which I mentioned, opened in Tigard in 2017, is basically a carbon copy in terms of programming and what we offer. The building is a little bit bigger, a little bit more spectator viewing, but same great offerings that we have, from classes to leagues to the upstairs pub, something, really basically for everyone ages 18 months and up.
And I would imagine that's something that somebody, whether they have a lot of experience in futsal or not, somebody could walk in, beginner or advanced, and find somewhere to fit in.
Oh, absolutely. Whether you've played, collegiately or professionally, or you've literally never played before, maybe you just want to get a sweat in, maybe you want to learn more about the sport, or maybe you want to get more in touch with your community, we have something for everyone.
Nice. And Diego, on your side, as Carly mentioned, you've had all of that international experience, of course, but with futsal being big internationally, what made you want to come in here and join in with Rose City Futsal and become a co-owner?
Hey, Greg. Thanks for the time. So yeah, first and foremost, I want to say that I grew up playing futsal. In Argentina, it's really famous. It's the way we develop as a child, right? So as Carly mentioned, that quick making decision making, touches on the ball. It's the way we compete when we are child. So it's how we develop to become professional soccer players. And it's pretty famous. That's why Argentina was recently a World Cup champions in futsal. So, but besides that, and I love that. When I arrived in town, I have the chance to meet all of the people that created was since the beginning in Rose City Futsal, and I got in love because it remembered me a lot to my home in Argentina, my former club. So in my neighborhood. So that's why I'm so close to them. And they allow me the chance in the off season to play with them many times, many mornings futsal, and we started with this beautiful relationship.
I think that's pretty interesting that it is, obviously so big internationally, and it's part of that just because of the fact that it's maybe a little bit more accessible in that you don't have to have such quite as big of a field, that you can have it in a smaller space. Or is there anything associated with that makes it just something more that accessible for people to actually play in the community?
Totally, yeah. It's because of that everyone can play it. The smaller size allows you to have more touches of the ball, right? So you touch the ball, you're always involved in the game instead of those bigger sizes, right? So it gives you the option to enjoy more of the game, more of the connection with the people you're playing. And as I say, because it's a small area, right? You gotta make quicker decisions. It makes you think about the game, and you can improve, quickly, because professional trainings, right? They are thinking about small size, because most of the teams train in small sizes, because the game basically it's about that. It's how you solve issues or actions in smaller places. So that's why futsal, even for those that are in a better shape, or they play in a higher level, it's useful too. So it's for everyone. That's why I really love this place.
Yeah, if everybody can get in there, and even as Carly was mentioned, whether you want to go in and get a sweat in, or whether you have played at that higher level, you can find some place there to get involved with it. Something else, for you, Diego, obviously people here in Portland know you. There's a lot of opportunities for you, I'm sure, all over the world. What made you want to invest here in Portland with Rose City Futsal in particular?
Well, this city, it's our second home. So as a family, we're born in Argentina, but Portland is our house. It's our city. We decided as a family to live here in town. So with that being said, all the love I received since I arrived in town, I want to give it back. And the only way for me to do it is just in what it concerns to me, which is soccer and my experience, my expertise. I want to give it back, and I think this is one of the right place, Rose City Futsal, because as I say, I know the people is working there. I know how much it means, the facilities, the infrastructure they have, and all of the developing programs they have. So this is part of giving back the love they have given me in the past since I arrived in town, and obviously all of the love I received through my family too.
I think this question is kind of for both of you as well. What is it about the Portland area and this area of the Northwest in general that you think is so receptive to a game like futsal?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it really gets to the core of what RCF is, which is just a home. It's a home away from home for people to come who want to be part of something that they wouldn't normally see. We've been very fortunate to have many teams who have played with us since the infancy of Rose City Futsal. 10 years ago, seeing those faces every single day, and we're lucky enough to be able to bring new people into the mix. But the important part is that people are playing, they're getting together to do something that's healthy, that's active, that allows them to socialize and be part of something bigger than themselves. Whether again you're starting from absolutely square one or you've played professionally, there's not many places that you can come to. And play for the first time and look across the court and see Diego Valeri there playing with people from the community. So it's accessible, it's welcoming, and we're a home for everyone.
Yeah, I might be a little intimidated if I'm going against Diego Valeri, but
No, you don't. You don't have to. No.
you haven't seen me play. But, but I mean, another thing too, I noticed, talking about the youth leagues, or the youth aspect to it too. So I mean, looking at this, academy program, so all ages, everybody can go in there and jump in.
All ages, 18 months and up. And oftentimes you'll see, if you're a spectator looking from the mezzanine, you'll see the end of our youth classes are 6 to 8, 9 to 12, maybe even our soccer stars that starts at 18 months up. And they'll be playing alongside their parents. Their parents start in the early games. And it's just neat to be able to see the mix of people going back and forth, the age, the ability level, the background. It's a unique place.
And, I think kind of one of my last questions here, just for everybody, is what would you say to the Portland community? So some of those people who maybe might be intimidated by coming out to play something in a sport or a team sport, that may be something that they're not used to. What would you say to them to encourage them to come out and check out the futsal facilities there for Rose City?
I would personally say if you're one of many, many people that have been driving by our facility, the big black and red ominous building on the freeway for years, don't wait. Come in, have a beverage, watch everyone else, get to know people, rub elbows. It's not as intimidating as it seems. And for many of us, myself included, it's become really one of the core values in my life, being able to come in here and have this community every day. It's something I share with my family now, and getting to see all of our youth grow up and become coaches. It's part of the community, and we really want you to become part of our family.
And Diego, what would you say to the Portland community out there as a whole?
I would say that they can play in my team. If they want to come, I'll play with them. I'll move around the team. So I still don't have a team, so we can play together. So I think the same as Carly said it in the right way. So it's a community. It's a perfect place to feel as a family, to enjoy, those moments, to see your kids growing up, developing, with the right goals in life. And this sport is the most beautiful sport in the world. So it's just about that, just come, stop by, and you'll meet the right people.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if you can join your team. I mean, that'd be pretty good. But I mean, also it looks like you have the public house there. You've got all these different aspects, so it seems like a little something for everybody, and just really, really cool. And congratulations on the success so far. But 2 different locations now, clearly growing, and I think as more people here learn about just how incredible that sport is, they're going to be more and more interested. Well, Carly and Diego, thank you both very much for having some time to join. And the last thing here is for everybody out there who wants to be, involved. We've said there's an east side and west side location, but can you give us those locations and maybe a good website they can go to find out more info?
Absolutely. Our website is www.rosecityfutsal.com. We are located in Northeast Portland on Oregon Street, and in Tigard, we are located at Cascade Avenue, just across from Paradise Harley Davidson.
All right. So there we go. Everybody can go there and check it out. Diego, Carly, thank you very much for joining me here on Fox 12 Now. I really appreciate it.
Bye, Greg. Thank you.
Thanks. And for everybody watching, again, we are live. We're going to take a break here, but we have lots of coverage that we do here throughout the afternoon, live streaming here on the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel, on KPTV.com, and of course, under the Fox 12 Oregon app. So go ahead and take a look there. Feel free to share this segment and any others that you find. We cover a wide range of topics, and we always appreciate feedback. So feel free to send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com.